Hello everybody, welcome to Dream GM. Today we are going to analyze the game between Mikhail versus Bent Larsen in Candidate Semifinal 1965 August 8 in Bled, Uganda round 10. And we have a strongest computer in the world, Stockfish 17, who is analyzing the game. Here we go. While Mikhail playing as a white and Bent Larsen playing as a black. Game start with e4, c5. It's Sicilian defense. Knight f3, knight c6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and e6 played by Bent Larsen, and it's open Sicilian defense, actually old Sicilian and Tal variation. Knight c3 played by Mikhail Tal, d6, bishop c3, knight f6, f4. It's an old variation, and we were Mikhail covering the center and overtaking more space here, and we see bishop e7, queen f3, and black castle to the king side and white castle to the queen side. Queen c7, trying to bring out the queen in the game. Mikhail attacking the queen and trying to play some counter play to the d file with the rook, attacking and covering the d file with these two beats covering this square as well. Queen b8, defending the pawn with the queen and the bishops from the rook and the knight. Here g4, trying to open up the g and h file to the king of Bent Larsen, played by Mikhail Tal, and attacking to the king side. And a6 played by Bent Larsen, kick out the knight. Knight d4, knight takes d4, b takes d4, and trying to create counter play here with covering the open space with the rook. b5 play by Bent Larsen, trying to make some queen space and bishop's space to pin or attack the queen and rook at the same time. g5 play by Mikhail Tal, attacking the knight and trying to open the position for white. Knight d7, trying to attack the king side. Bishop d3, trying to cover the both diagonal, which is very crucial for black to cover. b4 play by black, attacking the knight and also threaten to create some attack to the king side, and he sacrificed the knight to open up the position and attack the queen. He basically, Mikhail Tal sacrificed the knight here. It's a full-fledged knight he can taken by a pawn, and pawn takes knight, and pawn takes pawn, and trying to threat checkmate to the h file with this attack. f5 play by Bent Larsen, cut off the bishop's diagonal, which is very crucial for him as well. Attacking the bishops, remove the defense of the bishops and remove the bishops from this diagonal. Larsen protect it, and here h4 play by Mikhail, trying to push forward those pawn, trying to push this pawn forward. b7 play by Bent Larsen, pin the pawn to the king, to the queen, and the rook also, and he can attack this pawn with knight in the future if this dark square bishops move away. And he sacrificed the bishops again. If he take with the rook, he can take this dark square bishops with the rook also. And Larsen trade the bishops and also threaten to win the pawn here with fork, rook, and queen. And here Mikhail has very active rook on e7, which is attacking the pawn on g7 and trying to checkmate here, or check in g7 protected by bishops in d4. Knight e5 attacking the queen and close up the diagonal. If you take with the pawn, I can take the queen. So Mikhail here play the queen e4, attacking the rook and the knight at the same time. Larsen defend with the queen and attacking his rook with the queen. Tal take the pawn with the knight with the pawn. You can take the rook, but I can take your. It's equal anyway. Rook f4, attacking the queen in the center of the board and threaten to win this rook in the if the queen moves anywhere. Queen e3, if you take my rook, I can take yours. It's equal. f3, rook f3, with the same idea. If you take my, if queen goes away in any diagonal, I just can take your rook. So Tal goes to e2, queen e2, attacking the rook, and if he takes your rook, you can take with your, it's equal anyway. Queen takes the rook, queen takes the rook, d takes f3, and rook e1, pinning the pawn to the queen and covering the center file, e file and f file, which is very crucial at the end game, and trying to play b3, unpin the pawn and pin the queen, pin the king. Rook d8, attacking the pawn with two pieces. Rook takes e4, attacking the queen and covering the e file and f file with the queen and the rook at the same time. Queen d6, attacking the pawn with three more pieces here. Queen f4 to cover up the file, e file and f file with the rook and the queen. Rook f8, attacking the queen and try to check on f1. Queen e4, protecting the pawn and the rook at the same time. b3, attacking the pawn and trying to trade the pawn here. Tal take with the a pawn. Rook f1, check. King d2, trying to escape here. Queen b4 check. c3, attacking the queen and protecting the king at the same time. And also Mikhail have checkmate here, threat here. No more checks for left for white, sorry, left for black. Remove the queen from d file to attacking his king. Queen takes c5 and trying to check his opponent. Rook d8 check. If you move your king to here, here is a queen c6 checkmate. It's coming. So Larsen defend with the rook, protected by queen and the king from both sides of the game, and also attacking the white square here. Here is Larsen, it's up bishops, but Mikhail have a million pieces here who can going to make a queen in the future. King h8, skipping the queen, speaking the king, and here Mikhail playing the genius game here. You can't take the queen because of the pin. If you don't take, I take with the rook and take with the queen. And Larsen here actually resigned the game due to this upcoming checkmate here, or you lose your queen. I am going to show you the best computer move here, like best stock 17 moves here. I am not going to analyze those because those are the strong computer moves. Here is a checkmate and game ended by 1-0. Mikhail Tal win the game.